Well then, it's time.
2 inches on that dude. He's D1.
Oh, 100%.
It was a thing
big time
of
D1.
beauty.
Sure was.
Watching him throw the football.
Shout out Michael Piatkowski.
Stud.
Apparently calling plays for Eastern Michigan if you're watching that live.
Yeah.
Doing pretty well. Former quarterback at Drake University.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get him on the show. Maybe we should just call in live right now.
Part of the coaching tree.
Yeah. We should really do a coaching tree. Got to do that this year. Maybe we can get some of these coaches. Because we got a good coaching tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bigger than anyone would assume.
Way bigger than I would even think of.
Say like 5X bigger.
Yeah.
Possibly larger. Another shout out to Jim Nelson.
Yeah.
His Fresno State Bulldogs, I believe, are 1-4 to start the season. Ended the season on an 8-game winning streak, I believe it was. Fellow linebacker, defensive lineman.
Let's get it, Jim.
Is he your age?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy.
But
yeah, crazy to see.
Yeah. Just where everyone. Yeah. It's coaching is a small world, which I've learned from all of those guys.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Drake in those bones that not everyone knows of. So
yeah. Here we are.
We are back in town. Bumbu's back.
The Bumbu is back.
Maybe we can do a Bumbu affiliate program.
Yes.
We actually should look into the liquor affiliate program.
Yeah. I mean, that
makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So we don't call it a comeback, but we are back.
Don't call it a comeback.
A little exchange this week. So I came in today to a card.
Thoughtful, right?
Secret Santa.
Yep.
Not so secret. But mine comes in a brown bag. So you see the brown bag special. This is why. As I told Stoy does not know what's in here. I mean, he kind of has an idea, but there's something potentially great in here. And then there's also something definitely terrible in here. So we're going to do like just a little grab bag segment for our shitty shots. Plus there's a little, something for Stoy in here as well. As we've reached Christmas week. We're still several days away as Christmas is on a Sunday this year, which is just kind of
the
odd
Christmas
to
lights
deal
aren't
with.
on.
But
yeah, it is. It is odd to deal
yes, with. But as we make your day merrier and brighter for those viewing at home. Well, the lights are on, but the cameras don't work. Yeah. So
and we're starting all over again, folks.
But yes, now we're good. So yeah, that should be. This will be a fun little exchange with what I've got in my brown paper bag. So stay tuned.
Brown
if you would like to see the surprise of the brown paper bag, as it will present itself here during the show today.
Yeah. No college football, so don't worry about that. We do have
been watching some bowl games though.
Have you? Because I have not.
Just bits and pieces here and there.
Besides Frank Gore's playing again.
Poking my head in and out. As I turn on my YouTube TV, it'll show games, and usually they're replaying decent moments of games, and you can kind of walk through the game more quickly than if you're watching it live. So there's been some pretty good games overall as far as just competitive scores, stuff like that, but not paying a ton of attention overall. But there's some decent games this week. And then next week, obviously, we'll jump in. Yeah.
We'll be back next week.
Well, it'll be head first. We'll be jumping in next week with both feet up in the air.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can stick the landing. And hopefully you know how to swim.
Well, I sink.
That's fair.
I sink. My bones are dense.
Yeah, that's fair. Not fat. I'm just big bone.
Just big bone.
It's fine.
We digress.
It's fine. It's all fine.
So, a little recap of the week.
Don't call it a comeback.
No.
The week of the
just
NFL Week 15 in a nutshell. Building a lead and pissing it down your leg.
I will say, though, after the World Cup and how it finished, getting into the craziness was like, you could not have drawn it up better.
No.
First of all, you could not have drawn up the World Cup any better.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
You were watching.
Oh, absolutely. Every minute of it.
All right. Good.
Every minute. We'll get to World Cup.
Yep, that's fine.
That was fun. But Thursday Night Football.
Yeah. met Thursday Night Football standards.
Sure did. And by the way, the fraud or not from last week, the Seahawks had to prove and show us something.
Yeah.
They're frauds, in my opinion.
They did not. They did not show us.
They're not good.
Here's the problem, though. They're playing the Thursday Night Football team they played is the team that we believed was not a fraud and is one of the up-and-coming teams to be considered Super Bowl contenders. So I'm still on the fence, although I'm on the fraudulent side of the fence currently.
If they would have covered, I would have agreed.
That's fair.
They did not.
That's fair. That's fair.
They did not. It was not close.
But that was a terrible matchup for them because their defense, running defense specifically, is the fraud. And
they broke off like a 40-yarder in like the first 3 plays or something crazy.
That's the 49ers' strength.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, while leaning fraud, I'm not completely sold that they still can't
now, will they
somehow
probably
sneak into the playoffs.
they could still get the playoffs.
Right. So
no one in the
we'll cover
NFC
that
South
later
should.
in the old playoff projection.
Because it's going to make me physically ill.
You're done with them. Stoy is done with the Seahawks.
That was for the NFC South.
Oh, that's fair.
Just in general.
Yeah, okay. So 49ers were 3.5 points favorites. We both had them on the money line. You had Seattle covering the 3.5. I had San Francisco winning, and we both had the under. So it took a
Thursday
one step up.
Night unders.
Yeah.
Take them. Bet them. Especially at 43.5.
So, one up lead on you there, and we'll transition right to your hot Atlanta Falcons. New quarterback, same finishing team. Wait, what's that? Is that the season? Going down the toilet?
No, we're still in it.
No, that's the problem.
We're only 1 game back with 3 to go.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, those who don't know, and we'll pull it up on the Twitter, is our defense coordinator got sniped by one of the Saints players pregame. Got carted off, had to go to the emergency room, apparently neck issues. Okay. So the whole Bounty Gate thing pops up on Twitter. And I'm loving it. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
But our first 2 defensive series showed that obviously the guy filling in was not prepared to, he knew the game plan and everything, but he didn't make adjustments yet. And I feel as if Pease would have, or blitzed more, because he was more comfortable to change something.
Because they were down 14-0.
They were 14-0.
They lose 20-18, 21-18.
Yeah, 21-18.
21-18. So there you go.
And so he made adjustments, which I was great for. Again, overachieving on the defensive side of the ball. Excited for next year. First half, so we had defense not ready to go in the first couple of series. And then we have a rookie quarterback coming in, which is always going to take him time. He came out and looked like a rookie.
But eventually he
settled in.
Played, okay. I didn't watch the game, so you got to give me the context there.
First play, they're going to throw it deep, get the jitters out. He was just overheating them, threw him a little early. But
Petrus played for you?
But then,
wait, it was Ritter.
It was Ritter.
Okay, sorry.
And then you start to see his transition to he calmed down, made some audibles, made some pinpoint throws, put one on London where only he could catch it.
Gotcha.
He started to get into that.
You saw what you wanted to see from him.
From him, yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'm not going to blame him for the receivers not getting open. Play calling was bad.
Okay.
We tried 2 trick plays. We brought in our 3rd string quarterback who's a tight end as well and ran 2 plays.
Getting cute. Oh, that's because you were playing Taysom Hill, though, and he threw a touchdown pass.
Exactly. So we thought maybe we could do
we
it.
Put a guy in there, he could do it.
No, so that was actually really disappointing because if we would have ran the Mariota offense, I don't know why we just didn't do that.
Okay.
They started to get back to it at the end of the game. Last 2 drives were specifically that.
Right.
And so we're down. We're going down a drive. It's 21-18, 4th and 4. Throws a strike to Drake London. He catches it, and then he just gets it punched out.
Yeah.
Granted, we're on their 25, 30 yard line. field goal range for
Yeah.
Koo, without a doubt. So you're in overtime. He just has to catch it and fall or not get it
Not
punched
fumble.
out. It's his second, by the way, game-losing fumble. He's a rookie.
Hey, you live and learn, right?
Right? So now we're I'm like, damn it, we couldn't see. Ritter's known for his big game play, his comeback, and just the it factor. He was starting to turn it on, but we couldn't see him
All the way through.
because someone else made a mistake.
That's fair.
He did make a couple throws that should have probably been pick sixes, but hey, defenders can't catch.
So are you like Lions 2.0? So like last year, they only won 2 or 3 games last year, but like, you know, they're finally
Where you're in every game.
So like that's this year.
Yeah.
Maybe start of next year with getting
could see
used
that.
to Ritter more, and then all of a sudden you win 6 out of 7.
Yeah, I could see.
You know, you're on the doorstep. You've got the talent. You've got the coaches in place.
Right.
Like the pieces are there. It's just a matter of full
More,
cohesion.
yeah, and a little more talent. Our defense is not
That's what I'm saying. So like,
good. From a
whereas the Lions I think they're there,
Mm-hmm.
and not to say they can't improve in areas, but as far as
no, they're there from.
competitive talent standpoint,
They just needed to come together.
they're at least middle to
upper.
upper. They're
I
not
agree.
they're not below average in talent and overachieving in that department.
I agree. Yeah, I would say that's true.
Okay.
Offensively, if Ritter can continue to develop, of
Right,
course.
right.
That's the only issue. He has 3 games.
Gosh, I sure don't want to say he's no Jared Goff.
Yeah,
Those
don't
words
do
just
that.
came out of my mouth.
Yeah, don't. Let's not go there. So we got to figure out who he is in 3 games because
that's
then we might have to draft somebody. Defensively, though, they just don't have the talent depth. Big players making big plays, but then there's nothing there. What's great about that is we've got like $95 million to spend this offseason.
Right.
And so I believe in of positions, like defense can be a quick fix. Like you can fill that in
Right.
with free agents fairly quickly. Offensively, they just need to be healthy and get a couple more offensive linemen. Like there's nothing talent-wise. You've got the receivers, you got tight ends.
Right.
You just need a quarterback. You got running backs, one of the best rookie running backs in the league, averaging like 8 yards a carry. It was crazy. So you just need some defenders, and we got a lot of money to play with. And thanks to Mariota getting surgery, maybe whatever that is, that's $17 million we just saved. So sitting pretty. But that game was just another game we could have won if you finish, which we have not been finishing.
Right. So you lose by 3. Line was Saints -4 at home. You had Atlanta, so you covered the spread. I had New Orleans, so I got the money line. You had the over. I took the under. It was 42.5. If that game goes to overtime and or they score a touchdown on that last drive, that game goes over. So obviously myself, the Nostradamus, was correct.
Yeah. That's the week right there.
And we will parlay this right into the fact where I've got to talk about my squad.
Because it's going to make me physically ill.
I just did it for you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've got an against the grain take. I don't care that we lost this game. I do not like how we lost this game. We were up 27-10 in the third quarter. Dominating the game, both sides. Ran the ball, threw the ball. Didn't let a hot Jaguars team with a quarterback who is in the top 2 or 3 of QBR over like the last 6 weeks. Good receiving core. Have a really good idea of what they want to do. Dallas controlled that game for 2.5 quarters. However, we give up a 27-10 lead. Don't close the game at the end for a couple of different reasons. Play calling. Lack of execution on their part, inability to tackle a guy when you had him 12 yards away from the sideline and somehow let him get out of bounds. So many ways that they lose that game that like all had to come together. So not concerned actually at all about the loss itself. A little bit concerned with how we lost, but I think too many things had to come in. Now, also consider that I have not at any point this season put my full emotional eggs into the Cowboys basket.
I shouldn't.
Because this is what we do.
This is what happened.
The biggest thing is it doesn't matter. Dallas is the 5 seed. No matter what they do the rest of the year, they're the 5 seed. I think that comes into defensive effort once you get into a certain point of the game where you're comfortable. So that means you're going to start giving up big passing plays. You're going to start doing a little less on offense as far as pushing the ball down the field when you have a 27-10 lead. Again, you shouldn't lose it, but a lot of things had to line up for a lot of teams this week in order to lose games. Dallas just happened to be one of them. I'm not concerned at all. I don't think it has any impact on the rest of the season. I don't think it has any impact on whether we win or lose a game in the playoffs. I think we have the right recipe for how to win games. Zeke is fresh still. Pollard is healthy. Dak is fine. We had a ball on 3rd and 4 that should have been caught by Noah Brown, who had a great game, had 2 touchdowns, sliding catch, and it hits his shoulder pad the wrong way. 9 out of 10 times, even if he drops it, that ball goes straight down. It happened to pop up somehow off of a shoulder pad catch. Love to see him catch it with his hands. Dak puts that ball exactly where it needs to be. They get a first down. They continue the drive. They might win the game in overtime. So, again, should it get it there? No, not overreacting. For all of those reasons. Get the Eagles this week without Jalen Hurts. Eagles don't have much to play for. It's going to be an overreaction game this week as well. If the Cowboys beat the Eagles, then all of a sudden,
freaking out.
Are they the best team in the NFC and all the talking? No, absolutely not. The Eagles have a way to win football games. The Cowboys have a way to win football games. If you can stop Jalen Hurts when it matters from being able to consistently run the football, you can beat the Eagles. The Cowboys, if they run the ball 25 plus times a game and throw the ball 30 times or less, they're going to win football games. Whichever team is able to dictate that more when they would play each other in the playoffs is going to win that football game. Same type of thing with the 49ers. That's a very similar game plan to what you're going to see against the Eagles. And, I mean, really the only other team, who else are we looking at in the NFC? You got 49ers.
Bucks?
Nope.
Saints? Jags?
Stop it.
Or Panthers? No. Who's coming out of the South?
Stop it.
You got the Vikings.
And exactly.
But they're similar.
There you go. Vikings are just fraudulent in general because
fraudulent
because they have holes. They can't run the ball consistently.
They are so fraudulent,
and they can't play defense.
They cannot play defense. I don't care what comeback.
When I look at the 3 teams in the NFC, I look at the Cowboys, I look at the Eagles, I look at the 49ers. Dallas has the best quarterback of those 3. It's not. You can't really.
Brock.
I love what Brock does for that system. Don't get me wrong, but
no, Dak's bit.
If a guy needs to win a game, there's only one of those 3 guys that you're taking. Hurts again if he is allowed to run. We have seen that teams, for the most part, tend to be able to make a quarterback throw in the playoffs. It's why Lamar hasn't had as much. Now, if he can trend more towards being Josh Allen, run when you have to, not just like Justin Fields or anything like that. So that's going to be the thing. Eagles struggled this weekend mightily.
They sure did.
Find a way to win because really good teams find a way to win because on both sides of the ball. But just not going to overreact to it. Again, not that surprising. They should have lost last week to the Texans. Ended up escaping. You play with fire too many times, you're going to get burned. Whether that is, again, I mean, it feels against the grain just because everybody wants to react to the Cowboys in a certain way. Not concerned. Jaguars are playing well, and Lawrence is playing well. And when he was allowed to just throw the football, they threw the football all over the place. That's where Dallas is injured right now, is in the secondary. You're going to get tired throughout the game. Cowboys made a play late to get a fumble on a potential game-winning drive. Offense didn't do their job. So, yes, the defense let them back in. No, the offense didn't do their job. Offense did their job, had a fluke play. So, overall, again, not concerned. We sucked when it come to picking. We both had Dallas covering 4.5. We both you had the under, I had the over, so I did hit the over at the 47.5. High-scoring game. The game was back and forth as anticipated. I just thought the Jaguars would score a little bit more early on. That game overall went about how I expected, except for I didn't anticipate Dallas to be up 27-10 at any point. So,
I would agree. Everything you said. The only thing that I see a trend that I don't like is offensively they're not sealing these last 2 games out.
Yeah.
We know they're good at it,
which they have.
and they have. They've
Yeah.
shown it. They've proven it. It's just a trend I don't like to see when you're getting towards the playoffs. So there's
Cannot
3
disagree
games
with
to
that.
go. They're essentially locked into it, so that's fine. But like, let's against the Eagles, let's just finish it. See what happens there. Then that's really
I
all.
think 2 of the last 3, or maybe all 3, are division games. It might.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be at division games.
all right.
Remember for sure.
Speaking of division games, Giants and Commanders.
I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because we'll spend a lot of time on this game in the news segment.
Yeah.
So we both had the Commanders winning this game. We both had the Giants covering the 4.5. Figured it'd be a close game because the last game they tied. This game, the refs did not allow them to tie.
Go over
but
or go over.
They were going to try and tie again. Same score, 20-20.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll discuss that a little bit more. Inevitably, the Giants found a way to win. And it was a 20-12 final. So it was under 40.5. We both had the over. Yeah, we'll talk more about that. But yeah, we both went 1-2 in that game. And then Monday Night Football was
Shit game of the week.
Exactly that.
It was so bad. I'm so glad I didn't watch it. I didn't care to watch it. And wasn't ever going to. But then tuning in, like just reviewing it, looking at it.
Yeah.
Oh. And sad thing is the Packers are still in it. So like the Packers fans are like still in it.
Still got a chance.
Get the hell. Would you want that team to
I've
go
never
fast?
seen so many bad tweets for a team that won by 12 points. I think it was 24-12. For a team that, yeah, basically won by 2 touchdowns. I've never seen so many negative tweets by general public for how badly, specifically their best player, their quarterback, played. And then just in general, like the team, for a team who really didn't give up an offensive touchdown until there's 30 seconds left in the game. So like defense, you would think would be getting more, but it was just like that's how bad the Rams are, except for one drive against the Raiders.
Now this time though, I believe the Rams defense let them down.
I mean,
they're just not. They're not the Rams defense.
you gave up 24 points to
Well, they give up
Rodgers.
14 and back-to-back drive. Like they just went 2 drives
Right.
and 14. That was really the.
I mean, yeah, nail in the coffin type of thing. But yeah,
But it's not good.
yeah, bad,
Not good.
bad.
Not good football. So I went 6-9. All right.
All right,
So I win. I didn't
Yeah,
fill out
7.
this counter. My bad. What was that? Yeah, so I have a shitty shot. But best bets of the week, I beat him. So we're just gonna put that out there. All right. Don't look.
No, I am. Oh God, these are for us later. Right or left?
A nod to my mom. She was a lefty. Sometimes in life.
I think that was a good choice by you.
Thanks, Ma. Sheepdog.
Those scoring at home.
Goldschlager.
Goldschlager.
Oh,
It
Goldschlager.
reminded me of a snow globe when I saw it, so that's why I got this one.
They should actually make a snow globe. Like
Yeah.
they should do that.
Hadn't had the Goldschlager in a while, but
Boys, remember the last time you had
Get it out
Goldschlager, huh?
yeah,
Huh?
I do.
don't.
College.
Yeah, but like,
Yep, that's it.
do you remember the specific memory? No, I just know that it's when it happened.
It's in this cool looking bottle though.
Let's get Goldschlager, guys.
Looks way fancier.
faster.
Yeah, because the gold
Because the gold will cut your
gets
stuff.
little
and-
cuts, and you get the alcohol in your system faster.
We were awful. Awful. But
No,
hey,
it's true.
hey,
So I hadn't seen that peanut butter whiskey. Is it?
it says woof.
Yeah, it's proof. Yeah. So it's sheepdog peanut butter whiskey, which would be similar to what we've seen within what are
First
the
of
other
all,
2?
The bottle's awesome because that came out a lot faster than the shots have been.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I'm gonna give you sheepdog. I'm gonna give you that. What?
Because it's a little, the hole is bigger on the bottle.
Oh yeah.
The neck
Yeah.
it's a thicker neck.
Yeah.
That's why. So that's a
good design.
a good shooter bottle.
Good, great design.
But compared to
Whatever its face is, smoother,
yeah,
less of a kick.
gotcha. Because we've got two different types of peanut butter whiskey that
I
we.
want to say more peanut butter lingers longer,
Gotcha.
or that's just because I just took it. That's all I remember.
That's fair.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, in peanut butter and bananas, you can't go wrong. You paired it well.
Oh yeah. See, look at that.
Look at
Thanks,
that.
Ma.
Yeah. Always looking out, bud. Always looking out.
Always be there. By the way,
So
might need to mix those next time.
yeah, that's fine. This.
Well then, it's time.